Welcome to the Self-Ascension Classroom, affordable and beautiful home study for your mystical journey. Imagine the gift of studying everything that you've ever wanted at home and on your time. Yes, it is possible, and there is so much to choose from as you dive into your home study experience. Remember that with every moment you spend studying this gift, you ignite your divinity. Imagine the mysteries of the Tohil and the crystalline clarity and radiant abundance of Vesa, a mastery balancing technique and certification process, and then cosmic life regression. Travel the universe and remember. Allow yourself the gift of navigating the inner matrix. This beautiful Ascended Mastery program of the Violet Flame will take you to places you may not have dared to dream to go, and then you will rediscover the true gift of your divine nature. Yes, the time is now to study the ancient mysteries, and it's so easy to begin. Discover the Self-Ascension Classroom only at Sri&Kira.com. That's Sri&Kira.com. Namaste. Welcome to the Self-Ascension Classroom, affordable and beautiful home study for your
All right, welcome back, everybody. All the mics and videos and everything's have the lights on.
It's really funny because if you guys, what you're not seeing, you can see. It looks like you can see our microphone, but we have got two computers, my iPad, lots of coffee, and you. And so, what could be more beautiful? And we are sitting here at Tosa Blue Mountain Sanctuary, looking into our main courtyard area, and just so happy to be sharing this extraordinary journey with you. Now, if you're just jumping in during the second half of our show, we are talking about the energy of February, and this is a two-part series again. Every weekend is a two-part series. You want to always join us today at TFR Live on Explore the Mysteries, and tomorrow you want to join us for Sri&Kira Live, and that's the Voice of Passionate Action, and that goes on at 1 p.m. Pacific Time, just 1 hour later, at Oneness Talk Radio and over at YouTube, Oneness Talk Radio, and a few other stations. But hey, There's so much happening right now, and I suspect you're all feeling it. And I want to give a shout out to everybody who's hanging in the call board. We have all the lines full right now, but take this number, 213-233-3998, because as soon as we hang up with someone, a line would hopefully free up.
Yeah.
And we are going to be going back to all of you. I know some of you have been holding for a while. I promise you we are going to do our best to get to all of you, but we're going to just dive right back in. Right before the break, we were speaking with a beautiful being out there in the high country of the Rockies in Colorado. I used to go up there. I used to break the line and drive up there all the time. And so let's welcome him back.
All right.
Hey, Angel, welcome back. I'm sorry we had to cut you off.
Thank you guys so much for your show, and thank you so much for taking my call. I really appreciate it.
Oh, hey, our honor. Thank you, Angel.
Well, of course. Well, I'll speak quickly just to get the information that's troubling me out there,
all right.
not because I'm unrelaxed. So in 2011, I decided I didn't want to pay for any war or war crime via taxation. So I stopped paying taxes, and then I studied a little bit about the particular debt-based monetary system, and I figured I wanted to not engender that if it is looked at as a way of, well, enslaving people or doing something bad.
Mm-hmm.
So as part of, I guess, HIPSA, do no harm, I stopped paying taxes, and I lived without money for a few years and made my way from Los Angeles, wandering to the mountains of Colorado. And I lived out in the woods for like a really long time. But then I figured, what am I doing just doing this by myself? And I'm not skilled enough to be completely like indigenous, like, hunt my own food with sticks and stuff like that. But I really did try to live with nothing.
Mm-hmm.
That was part of, the usual matrix society. And honestly, I was never without want, but I still had to go to, say, like food banks and stuff like that. So what I did was I came back into normal society, and now I do a lot of volunteer work at a church. I do food rescue. I do some cleaning of adjunct buildings at a church that does food rescue. I try to do a lot of service work for no pay or very, very little Federal Reserve notes. And so what I mean by that is I live on less than $1,000 a year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so why I'm telling you all that is I need to be in like a state of love and joy, I figure, and I feel really alone in this. I'm the only one I talk to that, I don't know anyone who says, I don't want to pay for war in 7 countries, so I'm just going to stop.
Right.
I don't know anyone like that. I also don't know anyone who's like, well, it's been looked at that this fractional reserve, debt-based monetary system is a method of enslavement. So I'm going to have complete trust in the nowness of eternal spirit that's going to take care of me and just stop participating. I don't know anyone, and I find myself getting a little bit like sucked back into
I get it.
if you will, the matrix.
We get it. And so what do you want? What do you want?
Thank you.
No, what do you want? I mean, that's what the universe is asking me. They're saying, so here's the key. Sometimes you need to be the only one. Sometimes the journey is uniquely yours. And the gift that you're calling in right now is that through the experience that you have called in, and I honor your tenacity and commitment, you are an incredibly powerful and masterful being. So through this commitment, the key is learn. What is it you really want? What is it you're trying to accomplish? However, my angel, when you allow yourself to be, in many ways, I see this energy of almost it's like self-denial. And so there is a broader energy that is coming forward for you. And in that broader energy, you will discover the next step because you're at a precipice moment. That's why you're feeling the way you're feeling. It's like your journey is getting ready to shift. And I don't think it's any accident you got through today. I don't think it's any accident that you found this show, because you're being pushed by the universe to say, okay, you've got this. Now, what do you want? What do you want to do with it? And that's the message they want to hear, that they want me to gift you today. And it's authentic and it's real. And I pray that it is received with the love and the sincerity and the presence that it is delivered. And I really thank you for being with us, my angel. Thank you. Namaste. 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 All right, Sri, who's next? Oh, we were just going to go to Hawaii and she hung up. Okay, well, Jean in Hawaii, if you're hearing us, call back. So who's next? Looks like she just came back. Okay, so we're going to, nope. Is she there? No, she's not there. Okay.
Crazy electronic day.
All right, well, let's go try Susan again. Susan in Nassau, New York. Are you there this time? Hi, Angel. Oh, we had a blip. No. Hi.
I guess we caught you.
Okay. Are you guys? I'm hearing like lots of people. I can't. We're gonna have to mute. Guys, I'm sorry we had to mute you. We just couldn't hear you. There were too many of you yelling over each other. But we will try you one in a little bit. But we have Jean from Honolulu back.
Hello, Jean.
Hi, Jean. Namaste, Angel. Mahalo. Hi.
Hello. Oh my gosh. I can't believe I got through. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's a miracle day.
This is the first time I've tuned into the Saturday shows. I always listen to your Sunday shows, and oh my gosh, I'm just overwhelmed in a good way. Anyway, so after the Miracle Team ceremony this morning, I felt really emotional.
Yeah.
And still feel very emotional, and I'm feeling just kind of a weird sense of grief, or I missed the opportunity.
Oh, honey. Oh, Jean, please breathe. Breathe, honey. Go ahead. Yeah. We love you so much. Sweetheart, I'm just going to jump in because I feel you and I hear you. And your entire auric field is like this beautiful blanket that's comforting you right now. And there's a message coming through from your higher guides, and I just feel that I need to just deliver that. And Sri, they want you to hold my hand as I deliver this. And so, beloved one, you are at the precipice of a new time, and that which was is no more. Relax into your heart and allow that which is finished to dissolve, for the next step has already been taken. Next to you now is the dimension that has been waiting for you. Begin by hearing the hum of the universe come forward for you now. Feel it fill your ears and ignite your crown chakra. Open your star consciousness and let the breath of life come into you again. Restore, 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 for it is a moment of birth. And when the moment of birth comes, there is always a tear shed for that which was, and the joy of what is before you is now ready to take shape. And so it is.
Oh, thank you so much. That was so comforting. Thank you so much. Thank you. I hope that those words also bring you to make you feeling similar.
Yeah, and Angel, feel I'm getting a very powerful, it's the back of the crown chakra, kind of the back of the head. I want you to bring your hand up there right now because you're being given, it looks to me like little rays of light that are helping you. And so it's like all these helpers have come in. And so relax, breathe, dance, drink water, smile, because you really are at a beautiful moment. And that's why you've been feeling the way you're feeling. And I'm so grateful you got through today. It's another miracle. Thank you, my angel.
It is. Everything's a miracle these days. Namaste.
Namaste.
It's just amazing.
Thank you, Jean. We love you, sweetheart. Aloha, my love. And Sri, I see we have Monica from Cleveland.
Okay.
All right. There we go.
All right, you're on.
Hey, Monica from Cleveland. Namaste.
Hey, Sri&Kira from Ecuador. Namaste.
Thank you, my angel.
I'm saying I love you as always, and that's got a question for
Okay.
you. That's okay?
Absolutely.
Okay. I don't know if this is extremely relevant right now with the dimensional shifts, but I'm wondering, can you enlighten us a little bit on what exactly is a walk-in?
Sure, you're staring at one. You know, hi, nice to meet you. And I'm saying that seriously. Okay, I will just give you my own personal experience of it. But the very short version of a walk-in is when a body of form still has a purpose and service that it can offer, but in order to accomplish that mission, it is necessary for another energy to either become one with the energy that's already animating that form, or to literally step in and replace it. Now, in my case, during my first near-death experience, and actually if you've read our book, 2012 Atlantean Revelations, I talk about a vision I had when I was 5 years old, where I stood at the door. I was 5 years old, I was standing at a screen door, I was looking out into the distance, and I saw 3 atomic bombs, and everything was black and white. And I had heard this is just one of the potential futures for our world. And I remember I was 5 years old, and I remember saying, please take me before this happens. I don't want to be here for this. And that really sat with me my whole life, because the vision was the first and only time I've ever had a vision where I was looking out and everything went black and white. And so fast forward to 1989 when I die of uterine cancer, and you know, I was clinically dead on the table for 4 minutes, and then my body reanimated, much to the very scary surprise of my very young surgeon. And I think that was my service, so young in his career, to help him wake up to greater potentialities. But what happened was that I was very aware that something had shifted. Yet I had memories that became more like shadows of my former experience in this body. And then over the next 10 years, for me, it was a slow 10-year integration. I got taller. I grew almost 3 inches in 10 years. And remember, this started at 29 years old. From 29 to 39, I grew almost 3 inches taller. My skin got much, much lighter. I had much darker skin. My hair got straighter. I had very nappy hair when I was young. And my eyes got lighter. Now, my eyes are still dark, but they're lighter than they were. When I was a child, they used to call me olive eyes, and they meant black olives. And so the reason I'm sharing this with you is there are physical, my head also got larger, and that did not complete till after I met Sri, when both of our skulls got...
I went to her head.
Yeah, literally. So a walk-in, there's always an agreement. And so I'm very aware of the energy that is animating my body now, and I am very aware what is the I that's even saying this, right? So there is a presence within that integrates that. Now, the one thing I will also share with you, Monica, is that you know, maybe people knew this about me, maybe they didn't, because according to the information that we are so blessed to work with from the archangelic realm, being a walk-in isn't something you run around and go, hey, I'm a walk-in. You know, more people are walk-ins than they're aware of. And that there is a gift of love that comes forward from that energy. And bear in mind that you are sovereign over the energy in your body. So you can't be invaded or possessed. And what you can do is recognize that, like, I know this was a soul agreement, and that the energy that animated my body as a child had a soul agreement to be with me until I was 29. And then at age 29, the energy that you are experiencing now through this body is the one that's been here ever since. And so I hope that answers your question. Okay, I hope it did. And thank you. And I'm looking over here at Oneness Talk Radio, and there's people here saying, I was just thinking about walk-in energy earlier, and thank you. Yeah, you know, I don't feel that it's that. I don't understand why saying I'm a walk-in would make any difference, because that doesn't matter. The who that I am is irrelevant. What matters is your experience of your divine nature. And so the agreement that it took me years to remember, I didn't, you know, when I had my first near-death experience in 1989, and then 20 years, no, less than 20 years later, I had a second one just around 2004. But when I had that near-death experience in 1989, people weren't talking a lot about it then. You know, it wasn't a common thing. And, you know, I had to go in to my, my doctor and actually say, hey, you know, I died, didn't I? And my doctor, you know those big files, right? I will never forget this. He took my file and threw it across the desk and said, I don't want to know how you know. Because it was so outside. Everything he had been taught in medical science, I should have been brain damaged. I should have had motor function damage. I should have been, you know, I should have been dead, right? And so the key is that I wasn't dead, even though they were literally at the point of writing the time of death when my body reanimated. And what I can share with you is that I do have very strong recall of what happened. And I do love the fact that we can talk about it now, and I don't see it as my identity at all. I see it as just another aspect of the journey that this body was to take in this lifetime experience. And now we're all moving into our next experience, and that's pretty exciting too. So I think that's enough, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you.
Yeah, and, I was noticing we had a little hiccup in the wireless system, but hopefully you're hearing us just fine.
Yeah.
You know, it's important to remember that there are a variety of so-called ascension symptoms that are going all over with everyone on the planet. And as the frequencies change, that is, as the pitch of the frequency continues to refine and lift, the expressions in your body, the way your body responds, let alone your thoughts and other levels of perception, vary. And we've noticed that there were these ascension energy expressions or symptoms that came in right after Y2K, really, when things began to ramp up. And then they shifted again as we got just past 2012 and we're into the 2012 to 2015 kind of range, and a whole nother set of responses, call it, came in. And now we're seeing an even more refined.
Very, you know, Sri and I have been, I think we were some of the originators of putting out the Ascension symptoms. And again, go to our website, Sri&Kira.com, and right there on the homepage, make sure you're up to date with the one we published last year. And we're coming out with a new Ascension symptom video. Doesn't mean those others have stopped. It's just that there is an expansion of that. Sri, I want to go back over here to the Oneness Talk Radio chat, because we have a couple of questions, and then we are going to get back to our call board. So everybody that you are calling in, we might have one line open right now if you want to try and sneak in, 213-233-3998, and all the rest of you that are holding, stay there. Okay, here's two things I want to comment on over at the Oneness Talk Radio chat.
Yes.
Guest 156 is sharing, for me, traveling in different dimensions was feeling like coming back with collected energy, wisdom, and knowledge. Yeah, and we're going to talk about that. And then guest 530, good question. Is a walk-in a new ego or a new false self? Well, that is a fabulous question. And that is actually, it does not have a hard answer, because there's also a third option. It is just self. And that's what I feel, is that there is no walk-in, there is no separation between that. It's just an agreement to say yes. The key is it a new ego or a new false self? Absolutely is determined upon the level of consciousness that is meeting this energy. This is why so many beings that claim to be walk-ins doesn't mean they're ascended, and it doesn't mean that the presence is holding an energy that, let's say, would uplift others. And this is when things like ego or false self would even come up and be part of the picture. And so that's a very good question. Just like we offer ensoulment, and you know, that's something that we haven't done in a while, because honestly I was tired of feeling like the clown in the circus. You know, people are coming to look at, look behind the curtain at the sideshow.
Body as well.
Right, but you know, the realization is we have realized two things. That a woman in solar, even though Sri and I do this together, I'm the mouthpiece right now, that we need a feminine voice out there in this community. And we had kept our voice quiet for a long time. And that the true balance is coming when we have both the masculine and the feminine out there. And this is a moment, again, I'm just sharing, guys, we're realigning back into a parallel that is one that I wouldn't say we consciously stepped away from, but I would say it was one that we looked at and went, no, we're going to stay here for a while. But our 10 years living in the jungles of Guatemala, living in Uruguay, now anchoring here in Ecuador, were for a very profound reason. And that energy is just coming together. And that energy is the same energy that all of you have the opportunity to bring together for yourselves right now, this moment. And Sri, this moment, who are we going to say hi to?
Well, I'm going to go to the call board here and we'll say hello to Laura from
Anaheim,
California.
Disneyland, Anaheim. Laura, namaste, angel.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Namaste. I'm so happy to talk to you. I'm shaking now. This is my pride. I'm just getting ready to say something because I don't know. It's so many things happened since I came back from the December event, and ooh la la.
Ooh la la.
Ooh la la, indeed. And we're going to Bhutan together this year.
Yeah. In a few hours, maybe one day. I mean, in the fall. Actually, tomorrow night is going to be my birthday.
Wow,
And
congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank you. If I can have a story reading.
It is my honor. It is my honor. And first, I need to share with you, my love, that, you know, when you were here at the New Year's Eve, and for those of you that were here with Laura, you'll remember she was the epitome of like this beautiful, pure Lakshmi energy, but also this Mother Mary energy was all around you.
There was a goddess there.
There was very much this pristine goddess energy. And that's the energy, the minute we connected with you and the minute you started chatting, we're just going to mute you, honey, a little bit because there was some background noise. There we go. So the minute you started speaking right now, I saw this crystalline, it's like this, like a veil, and it's down to your nose, but I can see your eyes through it, and it's crystalline, 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 and it comes up to your crown, and then there's this huge, like, waterfall of golden energy coming out of your crown, and as it is, it's like it forms your robe. It's like you're clothed, it's like you're wearing your spiritual essence as you, and there is no separation. And they're saying that as you begin this next cycle around the sun, it is the moment for you to remember there is no separation, to let go of the mind that would ever seek to stop you, and to open and ignite that which is before you now. And I'm watching, it looks like Archangel Michael to me, but there's another angel next to this one that I don't recognize, younger, but they're like walking up. You're standing at the top of like this crystalline stairway, and they're walking up, and it's like they're knights, and it's like they're kneeling down, and I'm watching you take your staff, and it's like you're knighting them, and they're saying what you're doing is saying, yes, I claim myself, and then you bring it back to you, and you let the world know who you are. They're saying this is a very profound year for you. Stay true to who you are and be careful of distractions. And so it is, my love. You are amazing, and it is an honor to be with you today. Namaste.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
We love you, honey. Happy birthday, angel.
Many, many blessings.
Ooh, and you know, Sri, I really need to go back and talk about this multidimensional experience right now.
Yes.
Because many of you know, okay, here we are, and I want to share again, you've got to join us tomorrow. We only have 1:50 left. How did that happen? And all of you who are on the phone that we didn't get to talk to, call us tomorrow when we're on the air, and we will talk to you tomorrow, because we are in a moment of multidimensional experience. And in order to navigate this moment and have it make sense, you are being invited to stop looking at things linearly, to take the two ends of the timeline from 2017 to 2019, pull them together, and recognize we, in this moment, are at the start of the next cycle. It is a second phase integration. There is so much more to share. Go to YouTube, Official Sri&Kira. Watch the video. We just put it out yesterday. Come join us tomorrow for the second half of this show. And remember, Sri&Kira.com, learn the Cosmic Flame practice. It works.
You know, we want to just honor all of you that are remaining connected to this energy.
Yes.
You know, it's not just about having a conversation. It's about taking action where your heart and your soul say, this is the oasis. Woo. This is the place that I want to thrive. I want to thrive with people who are contributing to this upliftment. I want to have my mind begin to relax the old way of being and accept this new way of being.
I love it, I love it.
And so we bow to you, we honor you, and we are grateful to be connected with you.
We love you so dearly. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow at Sri&Kira Live, the voice of passionate action. Namaste.
Namaste.